Welcome to the Hansen Brothers podcast. I'm Timmy and joined by my brother Kevin. We are teammates and world champions in rallycross. This podcast is our space to catch up while traveling the motorsport world. Welcome to another episode. It's Thursday again. You know what that means. It's the Hansen Brothers podcast. It's midwinter, mid-training season, mid-holiday for Kevin because you're calling in from Miami. How's life over there?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Before we jumped on here, we were gonna start recording in maybe 10-15 minutes, but you called me up. I was sitting at the loo, and you were like, "Okay, we need to hurry this up because my water pipes at home are freezing." And I thought it's complete opposite from where I am. I have 26 degrees, the ocean view, and sunshine, and it's nowhere close to freezing. So no, it's beautiful out here.
Oh my god, yeah, here it's the complete opposite. We had like snow chaos, storm, roads were blocked of snow. Today's freezing cold, and then yeah, as I said, immediately when we hang up here, I gotta hurry up home because I think it might be in risk of some of my water pipes freezing. So yeah, that's no fun.
Like, is it no water coming, or why do you think it's close to freezing?
Yeah, it's like, I open the tap and it's no pressure. And I've checked all the systems. Like, I have my own pump drilled deep down in the ground. I've checked everything. It all seems fine. And no water is coming, but it's very cold and snowy. And I need to get some heating onto the pipes. But I've been pretty stressed out today. It's been loads to do, loads of, normal winter stuff. And now it's dark, it's raining now because it's 1 degree now, and I gotta go out and gotta try and get that heating onto the pipes. Yeah. It's
what a glorious life.
Yeah, it's a glorious life, exactly. And you have the exact opposite. But we shouldn't talk about this too much right now because there is one very exciting thing that's just happened that you posted on Instagram earlier this week, Kevin. You got engaged. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, brother.
Well, you've been part of the process since the first moment. I checked back in our text. You were the first person. I texted you on the 28th of September saying, "So where can I buy an engagement ring?" So you've gone through all the points with me about the stress and where to buy one and how they look, and trying to find the perfect ring, and not like I didn't want to stress getting one either. I was like took it quite slowly and make sure I really looked around and got to a ring that I really liked as well, because for me that was an important part, not only getting something that Mass likes, but also something that I like looking at for the rest of my life. So it took a while, but finally I designed one in the UK, and yeah, I just think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful time in your life, isn't it? That you're preparing, it's all secret. You don't want your missus to find out, but also your relationship is amazing now. You're both over there in Miami, just enjoying time together. And then I know how long you've been planning this, and it's just amazing. So how did you do it? How did you propose?
It took months of keeping the secret, obviously, and Maz is a super detective, so it's been really, really hard to keep it a secret, and I really wanted to make a good surprise. So finally, I ordered the ring maybe in end of November, and then I thought, okay, how should we do this? We were going out to Miami for New Year's, and then I thought, and staying here for 3 weeks. So then I thought this could be nice to get a little break, to go to house, Miami Beach house here. And I got a really, really massive room that is super nice. That also was a surprise. When we walked in through the front door here, it was a surprise. But still, she didn't have a clue then. I wanted to do it by sunset. So we went down to South Beach, walked around the pier. But then it was so many people. So that wasn't really my plan. I didn't think it would be that busy. Maybe stupid of me not to think that it would be, crazy busy at the last Sunday off from the holidays, but it was packed down there. So I was like, shit, what should we do now? So she started to get impatient because we were watching the sunset for too long. Obviously she didn't have a clue about it, so then we decided to walk back again away from the sunset a little bit, and then we went out to the beach, and I was like, let's walk along the beach. Then there was some people playing loud, weird music. I was like, that's not the vibe. Can't be having that in the background of the moment. And so we kept walking, and she was starting to get like, oh no, let's do something else. Let's go for a drink, or like, I don't want to walk anymore. I was like, huh? We started to run out of time here. So I said, let's just go down and feel the water. And she was like, okay. Walked down half the way from the beach, and then was like, you don't want to feel the water, do you? I was
No,
like,
that's the least Kevin thing to do in the world, to feel the water.
I hate the ocean and boats and stuff. And down by the pier there, all the cruise ships were coming out of the port. So I was like, what am I doing? Complete carnage. But no, then I went down on one knee, and luckily she said yes, so that was nice.
Yeah, beautiful. Like, it must have been a perfect moment there on the beach, sunny place. It's the dream, isn't it? How does it feel to say wife to be, not girlfriend?
It feels much more fitting, I would say. I didn't feel like we were just like, it didn't suit us to be boyfriend and girlfriend. So this feels much better. It feels like the right, like the perfect thing for us to call each other. And looking forward to, like, I don't want to, like, it's not about getting married really. That I really also want to enjoy being engaged. It's like a nice part of your life that you only get once. So I just don't want to, like, I think it will take a little bit of time before we do it. We will enjoy this part first and get settled in life a little bit, and probably move somewhere new and stuff like that. So there's a few bits that we need to take care of before we get a big wedding.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're in that part of your life now when, like, you take all of those big steps. Like, I remember before we moved into the house, like, then the moving was all that we spoke about, and then before getting married, that was all we spoke about, and then when she was pregnant, that's all we speak about. That kind of normal dinner conversation that you have in the house. It kind of changes throughout life, and you have that part in ahead now where everything will change, and it's an amazing time in your life. And I'm sure if anyone's listening is also married or have kids,
if
or
anyone is listening, hello.
Yeah, no, but they will know what you're going through, and it's beautiful. So congratulations. I'm really proud of you, brother.
Thank you for helping me. You looked at the rings and helped me to decide, and I was like, should I just book the Soho House room, and what should I say? And you were like, yeah, just book it, and say that you're booking it, and it's like a Christmas present. So you very much helped me to make sure I kept it a good secret.
Good. I
and
feel like I told
and
you
your
anything,
ring size. When we were at dinner a couple of months ago, then she tried your ring size, and that is the size that I ended up getting for that ring. So that was a good little sneaky moment.
Me and Bass have the same size.
Yeah.
Because I remember we trying them on, and I knew what was going on in your head. It's like, okay, yeah, try mine,
Yeah.
Maybe not the most exciting in a Rallycross podcast to talk about wedding ring size, but hey, this is what's going on in our life right now.
You get everything in our life. So from racing to life, and no, it's been great. Yesterday was beautiful. We had a full day at the beach, chilling out, enjoying, drinking a bit of rosé, having a few drinks, and eating great food, and so it's been perfect.
Yeah, we have some more racing updates for you in the next episode, and that will be exciting. The season starts to get closer. Can't really announce yet.
When this goes out, there will be hopefully some news, right?
Yeah, I think so. But let's talk about that.
Yeah, we will talk about what it is on the next one.
There isn't much motorsport going on at the moment. It's just the Dakar, which is always I love watching the Dakar, but
Dakar is the best thing. I wake up in the morning and sitting at breakfast. All I do is watching Dakar updates and highlights and stories. And there is this one, I think he's called KSAF low slide, whatever you call it, and SAMF. So it's a Saudi, like Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's manager of the Saudi Motorsport Federation. He posts so much great stuff from the Dakar because he follows with his own chopper throughout the race, and he captured Seb's crash this morning. When he rolled, it was him that got the video, and he just finds great spots and he records everything, so you can actually see a little bit more of how the stages look, because the broadcasters, they don't actually release that much footage, and it's very, very, the highlights are like 5 minutes for a full 400 kilometer stage. So that's that guy is a great guy to follow. For everyone on YouTube, they can see there.
Watching the Dakar is all like, for me, it's like you want to dream away. It's like being in the sand dunes and driving Extreme E or any other buggies that we've done around in the dunes, and it's such an amazing form of motorsport, like surfing across sand dunes. And when I watch it, I just get like massive FOMO because I'm not there, and like I'm always dreaming away. But now it starts to be, some people that we've raced against are very competitive there. Like Rokas Beshuska, he won the marathon stage. Of course, Ekstrom, Loeb, Shishori are there. Like Sainz, we've raced a lot against. So there's a lot of people that we know well. And then it's even another dimension to watch it, because we know like the different characters of the people. Nasser, of course, he's killing it, and he's always flat out, but somehow manages to survive the danger. Let's see, it's only just started the Dakar, but he's so good somehow.
And I think there's been a lot of, also like Sarah Price, Christina Gutierrez, Laia Sanz, all of them are racing as well, but all the three girls have had issues. Sarah, I think, is she's not out of the race, but she can't win anymore. Laia is out of the race. Christina, I think she had to abandon the marathon stage. So there's been, unfortunately, a lot of issues, and Seb crashed, and Carlos is out because he crashed. I think it was much more roads at the start of this year's Dakar than it was previous years, and those roads, that should normally be less surprising than in the dunes. But you never know. Seb was literally half a car to the right and hit the caution probably, and it kicked his rear and it rolled and lost an hour, and that's just okay. He can still gain back an hour because so much things can happen, but it's not a good position to be in. So it's been a lot of accidents so far. But I did one Rally Raid event, and I just desperately want to do it. For me, I really want this year's to be the last one I'm not doing. Like I really want to get there and do it. So that's on my agenda, to find a way to get into the Dakar and do it next year. It won't be good for our anniversary celebrations because I would be in the dunes, but that's Lash.
No. Yeah, you didn't plan that, did you?
We can celebrate in the dunes in Saudi.
Yeah. So romantic in the bivouac. You can celebrate. Mass, just come to me. Somewhere in Saudi without water in a tent.
I think the Dakar was much tougher back when it was in South America with like everything, but now I think they have, like, the bivouacs don't move as much anymore, and the Saudis put really great infrastructure in. So I think there is a lot of good stuff. Still, people sleep in tents and stuff, and the drivers sleep in campers. But I think the general infrastructure it's a much nicer experience than when they were in South America. So for me, when I was young, I was always worried about like living in the middle of nowhere, and like from eating to going to the bathroom, everything. I was just like, how does it work? Now I think with the new stuff, I think for me it's like, okay, I think everything's in place to go racing.
Yeah, it's not easy to move disciplines and to get in, and Dakar is very established. I think they don't have a clear path of like how do you become one of the world's best off-road drivers. It's just like the drivers appear and they come a bit from different disciplines, a lot from rally, but yeah, they're kind of missing a feeder series or junior championships and so on. But it's because of the nature of the sport. Like if you want to do the Dakar, you have to tackle the Dakar, and that's extremely tough no matter what vehicle you're in. So it's not really about like going in a slower car will be easier, because you're still going to be flat out and trying to carry speed over the dunes and everything.
Even more tricky. I mean, the one I did in the T3 category, my teammates were Seth Quintero and Mish Guthrie Jr. Both of them are now in T1 winning stages. So I was like in the end of a 4-day rally, I was only like 2 minutes behind Mitch. So I would really like to go back and do it again. But I think I can't enter just into T1. I need to enter in like T3, or maybe in the future there's a speak of this new T2 regulations. There could be a few different options in, but I think if you want to, like, if you're a youngster out there, you want to go into rally red, I think you start doing, there's small rallies in like Portugal and Spain and Morocco, and you can also do a Baja in the States. So there's a few ways to enter in, but it's very difficult commercially to get the Dakar, because you almost need to be like Red Bull. You need to have your own helicopters, full media team, to be everywhere out on the stages to capture enough. If you're just one person entering with one car, let's say just like a couple of mechanics and so, then you can't get any proper footage and value from doing it. So super tricky commercially, and to get the sponsorship for it. So just because of that nature. But let's see. I'm done with not being part, so I really want to do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool to follow. Of course, this is the behind the scenes part. Like one other route we haven't said really is to win the Dakar on 2 wheels, and then and then getting
do like Toby and Sam.
Exactly, I was gonna say that, and they're doing really well, I think.
Yeah, I think they must be so happy to be in a car and not being risking to crash and die every time they go out on the stage.
It all looks like kind of a joke that they're driving there and they don't really know cars, and let's try this, and then they're going super fast and beating people who are like all in, going for the Dakar, which is extremely impressive.
But Toby has done quite a bit of car driving. That's why I think he's driving. And Sam had so many accidents the last couple of years, so he was like, I'm done with riding now. So this was actually a perfect opportunity. And they're so skilled at reading road books, the bike guys, because they have to look up and see and feel everything. And I think that's one of the best co-drivers you can dream of, having that motorbike rider next to you. And if you have some good experience yourself as well, like Toby, I mean, they have 4 Dakar titles in that cockpit, which is incredible. So I'm sure they will be a great team for the long run if they can just keep building. I think if they have a good one, I think they will be a high valued property for the next Dakar.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think there is any better way to learn how to navigate apart from being on a bike, looking at the road book, looking at the road, and like having to do it all on your own. And some Dakars have come down to like they're flat out pushing for every second everywhere. It's like a stage, but they are also navigating, and someone has to open the stage, and then they're still finding that pace. Yeah, that for me is unreal.
It's
how
incredible.
They can do that.
And I think we just have to mention the difference between a road book and a pace note is that a pace note describes every meter of the stage and every corner and the angles, whereas a road book is just a definement of the route. So not the road, but just the route. So that could be, for example, 2 kilometers, follow the road, and at 2 kilometers there's a danger, a drop on right hand side, keep left into the fork, for example. So then it means after 2 kilometers there will be a danger on your right. So you need to make sure that the navigator then sets 0 from that waypoint before and say, okay, 2 kilometers. So they like counts it down, or she counts it down to when you arrive, 300, 200, 100. Now it should be the danger. So there's a bit the difference between pace notes and the road book.
But if it's been a little bit windy, the main track can be gone for a section, and then they have to find it anyway. There's nothing sure out in the desert, and following a main track can be. I remember when I was the first time trying this out, I was just in a practice camp, but we had a Dakar co-driver there, and he knew the area, and he told me follow main track, and literally I couldn't see it, but he was like, no, just is there. Like, oh, you mean that little thing that you can barely see? Yeah, that's the main track. Follow that. I was like,
unbelievable.
Okay. Yeah, it is unbelievable. And then also adding on the pace that they're going, and then doing that pace for 600 kilometers in a day.
That's the most tricky when me and Francois won today's stage actually with the young South African, he like define everything and say when you hit the waypoints. But one time we didn't, and we couldn't find it, and it's up to us, to make sure we do find it. But that's the most difficult part, when you don't find it in a good flow, because you're in a great flow, pushing 90%, I would say, because you never know exactly where the road goes. If you don't find a waypoint, and to make sure you stay calm, give some time, and give up some time for the final result to make sure you get that waypoint. And that's the most tricky, when you see people getting lost, turning around, staying cool there, and not getting stressed about you're losing time. That's the key to doing a good rally raid, I think.
Yeah, it's so much psychology, and it's hard to capture everything in a broadcast. It's a shame. It's so much going on there, but yeah, it's still a pressure to follow it. Hope maybe one day we'll also be part of it. Let's follow your journey on that during the year.
Yeah.
Let's see where life takes us.
For
maybe
sure.
one day.
Hopefully in a year's time I'll be racing out there in the desert. That's manifesting it. Cool. I think you have to get back home to your frozen water pipes now.
Yeah, and you have to hurry up and get a drink and lay on the beach, right?
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Have you seen my Miami cap?
Yeah, I've seen your Miami cap. It's very Miami.
It's nice.
It's looking good. It's
pink,
from the
blue,
pink party,
trees.
Pink theme we had in the Red Bull Christmas party.
Yeah,
I have the same one.
It's perfect.
Well, yeah, let me get going, and we'll give you some more racing updates in a week's time on Thursday when the next episode drops. Until then, yeah, let's follow the Dakar and catch up soon.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week.